How do you make a photo more vibrant? Typically with color adjustments. So there are color adjustments like saturation and vibrance that can do this. Vibrance is going to intelligently sort of increase the saturation of an image. So saturation is like how colorful colors are. And when you add this vibrance adjustment layer, you actually have sliders for vibrance and saturation. So if we bring up the vibrance, you can see that it makes things more saturated, but it's doing so more for the greens and the blues of an image. Whereas, let's set this back to 0, and if we bring up saturation, it's bringing up all of the colors, saturation for all of the colors. Now, for a landscape photo like this, bringing up saturation is a good option because we might want to bring up all of the colors, or maybe black and white's cool too. But when you start to edit portraits or pictures of people, if you bring up the saturation too much, it starts to look a little unnatural because you're bringing out a lot of like the orange and yellow and reds in people's skin tones. And that's where you would much rather use the vibrant slider because it will bring up all of the other colors and not so much the reds and yellows and oranges. So skin tones will stay more natural. So I definitely recommend using the vibrance adjustment instead of saturation. That being said, there is a hue saturation adjustment which has saturation, but it has a couple other sliders as well. One is this hue, which actually changes the colors of the hue of a color. So the hue of a color is what you actually perceive the color to look like, and so adjusting the slider can give your photo kind of a style if you want. You also have this lightness, which it's kind of a quick adjustment for exposure. It's not one I would recommend, but one maybe more for a stylistic approach rather than actually affecting the exposure. If you want it to look a little bit faded, you can use this lightness slider. So this hue saturation adjustment is better for giving more of a style to your photo. We saw the photo filter before. That's just a quick way to give your photo sort of a filter. A couple of these warming filters are nice for giving it more of like a sepia tone if that's for what you're going for. And the last one I want to show you is this color balance slider or adjustment layer. This is where you can really get funky with colors. You can do it specifically for shadows, midtones, or highlights. So say we want to just play with the highlights, which are going to be mostly the mountains in the background. We can adjust the cyan to red slider, the magenta to green slider, and the yellow to blue slider. So say we want this to be a little bit more blue, magenta. You can really come up with more of a stylistic look using this color balance adjustment. So obviously this doesn't look natural, but it's just another way of making your photos pop and getting creative with your colors. The one that I would stick to though for really quickly making your photos pop is the vibrance adjustment. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next lesson.